Dragon Ball, one of the most legendary franchises of all time. A series that has inspired many generations and has created the most iconic moments in anime and worldwide history. A franchise, whether you love it or hate it, has always shared a special moment in our hearts as kids. So tell me, how the hell did Hollywood butcher an entire series in just 1 hour? I'll tell you why. Because they didn't even watch the show! It took this man 7 years to admit that he indeed made Dragon Ball Evolution for the sake of a cash grab, which was pretty obvious, but was it even worth it? He apologized for it, so that's fair. But come on, it's 2025 now. We're almost a month away from the 16th year anniversary of this film, and I thought the best way to spend my Sunday, yes I do spend my Sundays watching this, to help answer this question: how wrong did they get Dragon Ball? Spoiler, it's all of it. Goodbye, everyone.
Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum.
Nah, get it. Let's review this movie. But also, fair warning, I will be nitpicky. You were warned about this. And before this movie starts, just remember to subscribe. I know it's a cheap plug, but I make videos every single Tuesday, so subscribe now to watch such beautiful consistency like this. Home. They then wish the humans goodbye and try to leave home, but then the FBI show up to stop them from leaving. Seriously, we have 6 minutes for this film to go. What more do you need? And another thing before this movie starts, let this be known as well. This movie doesn't even have the iconic characters that's been known on the show as well. Like seriously, where's Tien? Where the hell is Krillin? Especially, where the hell is Krillin? That's literally Goku's best friend, his training partner since childhood, and has been a key part of his journey. You can't just erase him like that. What happened? Did they just not find a short bald guy for this? The movie starts out with Grandpa Gohan providing dialogue for the film.
In a time before many can remember, our planet faced its greatest challenge,
which was making an accurate representation of the anime through this movie. And through this introduction is where Gohan talks about the destruction that Piccolo used to cause 2,000 years ago. He had enslaved Oozarus, wreaking havoc upon the world up until 7 mythics were able to help seal Piccolo away, creating peace on Earth once again. Which is, not exactly what happened in the show. Piccolo came to Earth 300 years ago, not 2,000, nor did Piccolo have any control over the Saiyan race that had their Oozaru forms on. We're not even a minute into this film and they've already got a few things wrong. This will be a treat to watch. Also, Gohan said that with Piccolo's capture, the Earth was able to have peace again. So in saying that, he started coming back, isn't he? We then go to the present day, to which Gohan says,
the first rule is, there are no rules.
Which that in itself is a rule, but okay. CGIing tears is crazy. And this is where we get introduced to Goku. And oh my gosh, he is the least Goku of all time. I'll show many examples of this throughout the film, but the main one, Goku, in general in the anime, is this bubbly, competitive, friendly individual that's selfless and is never shy to show his true self. Here, he's a dorky, shy, uninteresting high school teenager. Oh boy, we're in for a treat, aren't we? So, Goku and his Grandpa Gohan, by the way, Goku is a teen year. Grandpa Gohan died literally when he was 3. Moving on. So they're both on top of some rope to balance on, and the game's to try and get one of them to touch the floor. A bit of a back and forth happens, and Goku, to counter his own grandpa's tactics, he just... He does that! Why was that needed? And the match concludes as Gohan drops Goku to the ground. With airbending. Oh boy. And if you think I'm joking, no, they acknowledge it as airbending later on in the film. Dragon Ball Avatar Edition, I guess. And Goku, in the anime, was always focused on being the best. Always focused on his training and wanting to protect his friends and the earth around. Here... Aw, he just wants to fit in.
Aww.
That'll be something to tell your friends.
What friends? Everybody at school treats me like I'm nothing, Grandpa.
He's not like other guys.
You're special, Goku.
No, I'm different.
The bullies push him so hard that he just feels like exploding, and you wouldn't like it when he's angry.
They push me so far that I want to explode.
Always remember the common theme. Goku's main goal in the show is to get better and stronger. Here, I can't believe I'm saying this, Goku's asking Grandpa Gohan on how to talk to girls and how to be normal.
Teach me how to get the girl. Teach me how to be normal.
Dude, Goku doesn't prioritize on love and romantic relationships. I mean, he loves his wife Chi-Chi and all, but he can never properly express it as he's an alien aligned as a Saiyan. And their Saiyan nature always prioritizes on fighting more than expressing love. He loves food, his people, and to fight. So simple. He does not care about how people think of him. Come on, get with the program! And then Grandpa Gohan is telling him that being normal is overrated. And that he needs to be who he is. Dear Lord, we are like 5 minutes. We are only 5 minutes into this film. And we've gone through so many repetitive cliches. And for Goku's birthday, Gohan gives him the 4-star Dragon Ball and explains how there's 6 other Dragon Balls, and when formed together, you're able to be gifted the perfect one wish. And with such simplicity, this movie has made its first correct depiction of how the anime does it. Even though it's practically easy knowledge to know, for this movie, that's a big ask. In our next scene, we see that Goku is riding his bike to get to high school. Oh my gosh, stop making Goku so boring and cliche. He never went to high school. Stop it. And after parking his bike, it immediately gets destroyed by his bullies. So Goku, watching this go down, tries to confront his bullies about destroying his bike, but does his best to give the least bit of emotion upon losing his bike.
Hey, Fuller! Hey, Fuller, you just wrecked my bike! Are you gonna pay for this, Fuller?
Yeah, Fuller! Hey, Fuller! You just wrecked my bike. Yeah. Like, dude, are you really mad, or? So the bullies tempt him to throw a punch, but Goku tries to withhold the anger and pulls back, and does that while looking like he's more so withholding a fart than a punch. Yeah, most definitely a fart. Up next, we get introduced to Mai, who I remind you in the anime, Mai was a comedic side-piece henchman to peel off, mostly formed to do comedy bits and failed miserably in their plans to have world domination. Here, she's an emotionless, cold henchman for Piccolo as they're in search for the Dragon Balls. Which is a drastic change, but it's nothing that really gets me upset about it. And thus we get introduced to Piccolo, looking as hideous as ever. He looks more like any of the villains that tries to put on the green mask. Also, fun fact, this movie was so bad that the actor who plays Piccolo here, James Marster, is a huge fan of the Dragon Ball series. So when the movie bombed, later on James went on to voice Zamasu, who is a big villain in the Dragon Ball Super anime. And he voiced him completely for free as his way of apologizing for how bad the live action film was. My goat! And I don't know if this is completely true, but as said by like 2 Reddit comments, James has said that the movie originally wanted Piccolo's skin color to be gray. Yeah, and he was the one that had to push for himself to be green. Which ends up happening, which is good, but I'm still going to counter, because you're now just changing the entire identity of Piccolo, while the only thing that attaches him to the franchise is just his name. Seriously, what is this, Disney? We then go on to see Goku having a class, but it gets distracted by Chi-Chi's looks. And let me remind you, it was Chi-Chi mostly liking Goku since they were kids, while Goku always cherished her as just a friend. Again, he likes fighting, but go off, King. And when the professor asks Goku about the solar eclipse, Goku will go on this ramble on how his grandpa told him about the planet Namex. No, he didn't. Because in the series, Vegeta's the one who's actually told them about it.
The green one's from Namek, isn't he?
Huh? Yes, he's from Namek, all right.
Piccolo? I didn't know you were from outer space.
Nobody else. None of the Earthlings knew about it. Nobody else. Just Vegeta. Chi-Chi's then later trying to get her locker to open, but is having a lot of struggles with it. But good old Goku uses his power key. Sorry. I forgot what we're watching right now. What Goku's actually doing is that he's using his airbending skills to open the lockers around her. Oh, I can't believe I just said that. Chi-Chi would then confront Goku about this, and Goku gets astounded that she knows that he opened the lockers using his key.
Wait, you know about Ki?
Just because my name is Chi-Chi doesn't make me a complete idiot.
Right.
Yeah, what? And the scene ends with Chi-Chi inviting Goku to her party.
Beauty awaits.
You guys seriously didn't have the time to at least watch one saga of the franchise? Not one? Okay. But before leaving, Goku felt the need to take the Dragon Ball with him, and then when he leaves, Grandpa Gohan was there to present Goku with a birthday cake. But it seems that Goku just didn't notify him at all that he was going out. Okay, douchebag. You could've just let him know. Goku goes to Chi-Chi's party but gets approached by the bullies and says that he has no intention to fight, but when the bullies intervene either way, Goku manages to squash the entire whole group around without even trailing a singular punch. Hey, I see you, Stunt Double. That was dumb, but Goku beats the bullies off on his own, and we just switch to the next scene pretty quickly, making me have all the belief that just no one checked up on those guys. Yeah, that's great. He kicked their asses, yeah. Hey, question, can somebody help us? Chi-Chi and Goku are talking, and Chi-Chi acknowledges how different Goku is, and how she...
I like different.
Who wrote this script? So Grandpa Gohan is at home but gets attacked by Mai. They have a bit of a back and forth, but it stops when Piccolo enters the house, and he just immediately knew that the Dragon Ball wasn't there.
It's not here.
So why the hell are you here? So Piccolo uses his powers to give Gohan back problems, it seems, and then completely kills him in his own home. Goku would then sense that something was going on with his grandpa and leaves the party early. He rushes to his home to see Grandpa in despair, but before Grandpa Gohan could pass, he tells Goku what had happened and how he must find Master Roshi to send him the message and find all the Dragon Balls before Piccolo does. The next day rolls around and Goku was able to find the gift his grandpa tried to gift him last night, to which it was his own Giko. But Goku could hear that someone was intruding in his home, and thus we get introduced to Bulma. Okay folks, let's play a little game. This is Bulma from the anime, and this is Bulma from the live action film. Did you guys even try to find a wig? You guys really got one streak of blue hair and just called it a day. That's maddening. That's like if they did a live action film of the Avatar film, but they would just give Aang hair, but to add some levels of accuracy to the film, they would just give him a bald spot. Like, it's not a big deal, but if these guys can't even get hair color right, I don't know what hope I'm supposed to have for this film. Also, Bulma is portrayed in this film like this lone wolf action girl badass. She's not really like that in the show. She's a genius inventor and helps the gang when she can. And I know movie adaptations will always tweak something to make theirs different, but this movie has been changing these origins so much and none of these make sense. So I have to critique it. Bulma admits that she's here looking for her own Dragon Ball, as someone, who we know as Mai, had stolen it. And she needs to have all 7 Dragon Balls as she wants to be famous. Cool, we're moving on. So Goku aligns with Bulma to go searching for Master Roshi, but when they find a place to where they believe he's located, Goku stumbles on some items that are about to fall but manages to catch everything, except for one pebble which creates a noise for Master Roshi to wake up, and I just want to mention... Why? Why does he make that face all the time? What the hell is he withholding that makes his head pop off like that? Roshi wakes up to think Goku's a thief. They have a little kerfuffle and Goku tries to end Roshi with his big bang airbending attack. Seriously, do you just not have any attacks? So Roshi introduces himself. So Roshi just lives in the middle of a city and not on an island. Okay, look, continuity or not, that man is a perv. He had to stay away from everyone and live in an island for a reason. Oh, and also, Roshi is bald. Moving on.
I am Muten Roshi! Oh, my grandfather is dead.
That's one way to break the news to someone. Roshi gets caught up in everything and warns Goku about Piccolo's power, and even he says,
"This wish may be the only thing that can save our world."
keep that scene in mind for later. Remember it, please. So Roshi tags along with them to go to the stone temple, to which Bulma found another signal to find another Dragon Ball. Goku holds in another fight for some reason, but while running they manage to accidentally fall down a hole, and that's where they meet Yamcha, who's only offering to help them only if he gets paid. But when he was given nothing, he just left them all to stay stuck in the pit.
It's gonna be hot, hot, hot. Hot. Enough games. We have no time to waste.
Why didn't he do that before? Yamcha would then help them dig out a hole for them to enter through. Piccolo would then also use some of his blood to create henchmen to help him find the Dragon Balls. And if you're wondering, no, Piccolo just can't do that. No, he can't do that. Best thing he can do is spit out a whole Namekian, throw an egg in his mouth. That's it. And the henchmen begin to battle, and you can see that Goku's using a weapon to help combat the monsters. My lord, Goku, you know key attacks. You know the Kamehameha. Stop fighting like an ordinary person. Goku tries to get the Dragon Ball, but not before Mai tries to take it from him. They have a bit of a back and forth, but Goku just easily one-punches her to get the ball. Which, good. Of course he did. He should. And Roshi thinks the best way for Goku to be good enough to beat Piccolo is if he masters his airbending.
The final level of airbending technique.
This movie actually acknowledges it as airbending. Dear me, like they never just picked up a manga, nor watched one episode, nor even tried. Like, come on, this is just some pure horse shit. And Roshi's other main goal is to help teach Goku and how to do the comic. He learned it as a kid on his first try. Stop it. I don't care if I'm nitpicking. This movie didn't even care to try, so I will pay my respect for this franchise by actually giving a damn of its story progress.
You're supposed to light the torches with your key.
Have you been watching me? But I guess you know why I have to cheat.
Let's move on. So Chi-Chi challenges Goku to test his ki by using it to light the torches. Each torch he lights up, he gets one step closer to being with her. Oh, don't worry, that happens to most guys. Chi-Chi and Goku have their moment together, and Chi-Chi would later pass Bulma by, but the Dragon Radar notifies them that this Chi-Chi that they saw has stolen all their Dragon Balls. This is actually Mai in disguise, as she can actually shapeshift into anyone. Not in the show, by the way, but just letting you know. And then the real Chi-Chi confronts Mai and they have a fight together. Goku screws up and beats the wrong Chi-Chi up, and Mai knocks out Goku.
Oh, shit.
Wrong one.
So then Roshi helps Goku get into regaining his consciousness by using the Kamehameha. Just no. And the gang have to go to the Dragon Temple because that's where Piccolo has to go in order to summon the Dragon Balls. The hell you need a temple for? The anime was literally releasing Shenron like it's nothing in front of the public eye. You can summon the Dragon Balls whenever. The temple is useless. The gang catch up, but not before crashing in their own car, and thus it was time for Piccolo and Goku to have their match. And Goku knew when to be prepared because Bro just started changing his clothes already straight after him and his friends just went through a car accident. And honestly, that is the most Goku thing to do, so this movie gets a pass. Goku tells Piccolo that he intends to kill this Oozaru, which is like a huge Great Ape form that any of the same aliens can turn into, but Piccolo reminds Goku that he himself is the Oozaru, and that the Blood Moon is what will make him become one. Which gives Goku all the resources and reason to continuously do that fart face again.
And where you will be reborn.
Seriously, why does he do that? And so Goku turns into a Great Ape, even though he literally has no tail for this to happen, nor was there a full moon, which you need in order for the Saiyan to turn into a Great Ape, but who cares, because clearly this movie never did. So then Piccolo orders Goku to go after his friends because, you know, That whole thing that he can control Oozaru's all of a sudden, with no real explanation as to how. Just leave it. But while that's happening, Master Roshi tries to seal Piccolo in the Mafuba again, but Piccolo overpowers him. But then Goku, who I just realized is the same size as he was as a human, again I must mention this for the sake of context and the humor of it, but the Great Ape Oozaru is supposed to be sized as a giant. But here, the cameras made it seem like he was. But it just turns out he's just the same height as everyone else. It's just so stupid. But visually it's hilarious. So then Goku's Oozaru chokes Roshi to death, but the realization makes Goku turn back into a human. And thus the Goku and Piccolo battle begins, and oh boy, this fight sure sucks. Like, not even joking. It's just both men throwing ki blasts at each other and Piccolo just dominating the entire matchup while Goku runs away like a child. Well, that looks awful. And Goku and Piccolo have a ki blast clash to which Goku wins quite easily in just a matter of seconds. Normally these take a few minutes, but we're like 30 minutes away from the movie ending, so I'll just question it less so it helps the movie go faster. So the gang assembles the Dragon Balls together to make this one perfect wish. A wish that is deemed to help save the world in Roshi's words. So Goku, out of all wishes, just uses the Dragon Balls to give life to Roshi. Could have said bring life to everyone that Piccolo and his gang killed. Would have made things a bit easier if you think that, but you didn't. Why even bring Roshi when you wanted to get your grandpa back? That's quite the odd choice, but okay. Roshi comes back to life and the movie ends with him having his moment with Chi-Chi. Then the credits rolled, but later revealed that Piccolo was still alive, possibly setting up a sequel to the film. Yeah. I'm 100% confident that the sequel is still happening. And that, folks, was Dragon Ball Evolution. And I apologize for this whole video just being a whole nitpick, but man, this was just such a slap in the face to Dragon Ball fans. Not only did the person making this never watch the show, they didn't even bother giving good alternatives that could still flow well with the Dragon Ball franchise. It was just a whole spit in the face. No characters were remarkable as most felt the same because of how dry everyone's personalities were. So yeah, after almost 16 years of the film's release, did it ever have a chance to hold? No. It never did. Follow all my socials, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned.